Why was it LA? Why was it Freddie Roach? Why and how did you actually get to do that? Because things were a little bit locked down and restricted at the time, as we can all recall.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything was closed, and like I said, I knew I needed to do something. I always felt like I was destined for something more than what I was doing. I was just working, and I was just didn't know really what I was going to do. So I had family over here in Los Angeles, and I heard that gyms were still open and there was still boxing over here. So that's when I decided I was going to come here for 3 weeks and just train at the Wildcard if I could, and see what happens, and probably come home then and try to fight again if everything was open. But yeah, so how I actually got here was, so Ireland was banned from the USA. You couldn't travel. There was a banned country. So I had to quarantine in Mexico, in Tijuana, for 2 weeks. So I quarantined down there for 2 weeks, and then I finally got over the border and came to LA and showed up at the Wildcard my first day and just asked Freddie if I could train.
How were you explaining all that to the authorities at the time? Like, I'm going over to kind of make my fortune as a boxer. It's like, okay, you have to quarantine down in Tijuana. What were you saying in those few weeks when you were down there?
Oh no, I was just chilling down there in Tijuana for 2 weeks, just training with some Mexicans, going to the track. And then when I got to the border, I just said, I was coming over to just see family.
Right.
Yeah, so.
which in a way ultimately turned out to be true. It's not as if, you're stretching the truth to a huge degree.
I slipped in over the border and was planning on staying for 3 weeks, and ended up here for a year and a half. And first time I went home then after. So I left Ireland I was just a 19-year-old young fella. And after a year and a half, I came back as a 3-0 professional.